Blog Talk Radio.
Oh, yeah. We're walking in purpose, walking with Angela, walking with purpose. We got talent from the Lord, and we're here to show the world the talent that we have is here to change your world. We're walking in purpose, yeah. We're walking in purpose, yeah. We're walking with Angela.
Good morning, y'all. Come on in. Share this with someone in your circle. Come on in.
Showing the world all that we have. 'Cause God gave it to us, and we don't want to bury it. So we are here to show the world we're walking in purpose, yeah. We're walking in purpose, yeah.
Well, good morning. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Monday Morning Motivation, your half hour of power with the Queen. Of course, I am the Queen. I am your certified life coach, your self-publishing coach. I am just here to help you walk in your purpose. Because guess what? You didn't get dropped out of the sky. You were placed here strategically with a purpose. According to Jeremiah 29:11, it says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future." So I truly believe that it's not by coincidence, it's not by happenstance, it is not an accident that you are here on today. Those that are tuning in live and those that will hear the replay, this is just for you in this season. So I'm here this morning to just encourage you to stay on this journey we call life. Are you just living it, or it's happening around you? I tell you, 3 years ago, God dropped that word life in my spirit. He dropped that word life in my spirit and the word power. And I tell you, I have not looked back ever since. I tell you, God has truly been moving in my life. He's given me the opportunity to be that example that I would like to see, that change that I want to see in this world. He allowed me to be that change. So shout out to you this morning for tuning in and wanting to be that change that you desire to see in this world. Guess what? Today, I want to challenge you. I want you to love a little more. I want you to inspire somebody. And I want you to show that you got the fear of God in your heart while you are educating, empowering, and encouraging someone on this journey. This week is your week. This is going to be the best week that you've ever seen, but you got to believe it down in your spirit. I tell you, on yesterday, had an opportunity to sit in on one of the host shows to cover her show for her as she was stuck in the air, y'all. You know, sometimes things happen, and I take every opportunity that I get to utilize it. So I had the opportunity to share with Apostle Tamala, who is also one of the behind-the-scenes people over at the Crew Podcast. We sat in on Let's Talk with Natalie's Chat with Nat show on yesterday, and we had an opportunity to talk about mental illness, y'all, and how it has been affecting the brown community. I tell you, this month is Minority Mental Health Month, where we recognize and bring awareness to mental health in the We back live on Blog Talk. Thank you, Blog Talk, for letting me back in. I tell you, y'all are busy, but guess what? You can't stop nothing. You can't stop nothing because guess what? We still live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. But anyway, y'all, let's move on. Let me allow my guests to come on because y'all know this show is only 30 minutes, so I done wasted 7 minutes talking and trying to get y'all to chime on in. So, hey, this morning we have none other than Mr. Cornell Drummer. He's an individual, y'all. I know y'all see him all over my page. Y'all see him all over my platform. I've been trying to bring awareness to his case, trying to bring some light on some of the things that's happening in the state of Texas. Of course, he is the co-visionary of Free Texas Campaign. We're going to be chatting a little bit about mental health. But I'm going to bring him on and allow him to tell y'all just a little bit about himself, and then we're going to jump into the conversation. So, Mr. Cornell, if you would please allow the people to find out just a little bit about yourself.
Well, yes, ma'am. My name is Cornell Drummer, ma'am. You know, I'm a member of the Free Texas Campaign, a nonprofit organization, you know what I'm saying, made up of, family members and stuff that, bring awareness to issues like mental health, incarceration, and, overly incarcerated individuals and, government issues, related to mass incarceration and stuff like that, ma'am. And, thank you for having me on your show today.
Well, I thank you for sharing. Had an opportunity yesterday to sit in on one of the shows over at the Crew Podcast, and we talked about mental health since it is Minority Mental Health Awareness Month, and for those that may be going through, that may be facing a crisis, may be having a situation and need assistance, y'all know that there is a 988 number that you can call, the Lifeline crisis number that you can call if you're having issues. They have certified mental health professionals that can assist you and can direct you if you need help in your local area. They can direct you in somewhere to go. So if you are in need of assistance, please make sure that you call 988. And all you got to do is pick up your phone, just like you call 911. All you got to do is pick up your phone and call 988, and it is the crisis helpline. So, Mr. Drummond, if you could please just give people a little bit of your story, a little bit of your back history, so they can know how mental health and mental wellness is very important for those behind prison walls. If you can share just a little bit of your experiences, it may not be your own personal experience, may be some that you have observed, but if you would just share a little bit, let people know how long you have been incarcerated and things like that.
Well, yes, ma'am. I've been in and out of prison, a couple of times, and, this time I've been locked up 33 years, ma'am, okay, and being locked up and incarcerated for 33 years of my life right now, I've had the opportunity to witness, mental health, behind these walls and how serious the issue is, ma'am, it's a lot of young guys and older guys, struggling with issues that they can't handle. And even though that the system does provide, assistance and counselors and stuff like that, mental illness seems to be a very, very serious issue for a lot of people. Here behind these walls, guys are committing suicide daily. They're cutting their wrists. They're swallowing razor blades. They're hanging themselves back here, because they can't handle the pressure, of being isolated behind walls like this. So, with that being said, ma'am, mental illness is a very serious issue, ma'am, and it needs to be addressed, and people need to be made aware that this is a very serious issue, ma'am.
Wow. I mean, and how do you deal with, seeing that? How is that on your mental? How is that on you mentally, seeing people commit suicide, seeing people swallowing razor blades, hanging themselves from that? Especially, you've been witnessing this for a while now. You say you've been incarcerated for over 33 years. Now, you've had to have seen a lot of this taking place. How have you been able to keep yourself mentally sane or mentally normal?
Well, ma'am, the first thing we have to do is keep God first. And, God don't answer prayers. He's going to keep you. He's going to guide you, ma'am. It's hard for a lot of guys to understand the concept of how God plays a major role in our lives, ma'am. And with that being said, ma'am, I have to stay focused. I have to read. I have to learn to, adjust myself in behind these walls, because these walls can isolate your try to, encourage guys myself, to get stronger, to listen, to read, and to write, do things to keep their minds off of depression. They get depressed behind these walls, man. Because our government, they keep these guys locked up for decades and decades at a time, and they find no hope. They don't have no hope no more. So with that being said, ma'am, I do everything in my power, ma'am, to try to educate myself about these issues. I do legal work, so I keep my mind doing something every day. So this is what I'm asking, and thinking that these guys need to do, try to find them something to do and, to turn to the sources that they have available to them to try to help them, man.
So are there resources to help individuals to be active in things? Are there things behind prison walls? Because I've heard so many those people incarcerated say that there's nothing to do, that they don't have any programs, there's not things that they can get involved in. I've heard at one point in time that some of the facilities provided schools where you can get a college degree, and I've heard a lot of the programs, a lot of the prisons have taken those programs out. So do y'all in the state of Texas have those programs? Do y'all have things that will help people to be active?
Texas campaign to get involved and help us to demand better from our government down here in Texas.
Yeah. Wow. I tell you, I'm just at a loss for words because I constantly hear this, and it's sad. I'm looking at. I have an individual. I have a friend that son is incarcerated in Georgia, and this young man. She said he was 150 pounds when he went to prison, and he's down to 100 pounds. And they kept putting him in confinement. So what are some of the ways that you have noticed that they take care of the mental illness, those that have mental issues? How have they been addressing it? Do they provide therapy and where you can go and sit down and talk to somebody, or do they just push pills on you? Because I know a lot of people think a pill here, a pill there, it's going to be a remedy, but it's more than just a pill.
Okay. Well, ma'am, yes, what they're doing now, inmates are stepping up to the plate, ma'am. So inmates are, classifying themselves as, encouragers to go back there and speak to the inmates that's going through things. And, staff, yes, they go back there and speak to the individuals. But currently right now, the system is using inmates to go back there and speak to the individuals. If an inmate is going through a crisis or something like that, to go back there and try to encourage these individuals to, calm down. And, yes, they take their medication and stuff like that, but they need somebody to talk to, ma'am. That's the whole issue. They need somebody to talk to and encourage them so that it's going to be better, ma'am. And, yes, the system, they provide little to none, assistance for them because they don't have enough staff to run the system. So they short of staff because of, the budget. So with that being said, the inmates have to step up and take control now, man.
Wow. Well, I definitely, I thank you for stopping by and sharing with me on today. Today it's Monday. We started a new week, and I just want to encourage you to keep being the positive person that you are, the inspiration that you are, and keep being a light for those that may not be able to see the light. So I appreciate you for stopping by. What is one thing that you would like for the listeners to take away from this show today that would encourage them, would motivate them to stay on this journey we call life?
Okay, ma'am, I would like for them to know that, they're not in this by themselves, ma'am. There's always somebody available that you can talk to. There's always somebody available that can encourage you, somebody that can help you. They have resources for individuals that suffer from mental illness so that, they can get the help that they need. So this is what I would like to encourage them to do. For everybody, if you see something, say something. If you see somebody going through a crisis or something, stop and help them out. And try to encourage them to let them know that there's help. There's somebody willing to help them and listen to what they have to say, so that this way that they don't have to take the alternate route of committing suicide. So with that being said, ma'am, I would like to encourage them, the listeners, always see, if you see something, say something. If you see something, help somebody. That's just the way it is, man, because we're all in this together. We're not in this by
Amen, amen. Well, I definitely want to thank you for joining me on today. And I just want those that are tuned in, those that will hear the replay, to know that, even though this man is behind prison walls, he is such an inspiration. He's such an encourager, and he holds on to faith. He's holding on to faith, and he's leading by example. So on today, I just want you to be encouraged that no matter what it looked like in the natural, know that God is already working it out in the spirit. Hold on to Jeremiah 29:11. Know that he has plans for you. He said it in his word. He declared it. He says, "For I know the plans that I have for you," declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, for not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. So I want you to hold on to that as you go forth on this week. Y'all, this is Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. So if you see something, do something about it. And if you are suffering from any type of mental health issues, mental wellness issues, you don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to go through it alone. Trust me, I've been there. You're looking at someone that battled depression for years and didn't know what it was. But when I found out what it was, now I know how to deal with it. I know when I may be having an issue, and I know how to talk to somebody. I know how to get the help that I need. But everybody's not like that. So if you see somebody going through, don't just walk past them and say, "Oh, that's just how they are," or "This is just how they are." That's what we've brushed it off for years because we didn't understand what it is. But now that we know, and now that we have more people that understand, because, a lot of us, we didn't want to go sit down on the couch and share our stuff with other people. We needed somebody that looked like us, somebody that understands. But now you have more people that look like you in the mental health profession, so there's no excuse. If you are going through something, you don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to suffer alone. I tell you, I thank God for just being who he is in my life, because he's given me the opportunity to be able to express myself and to allow other people the opportunity to express themselves through words. He's dropped in my spirit different books, different collaboration projects to be able to allow people to be able to release some of this stuff, release it off of them, but to share with somebody else how they overcame. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited about our next book. For those that follow me and support the things that I do, they know that I am working on a 3-book series called Silently Hurt Inside. It is a poetry, a collection of poems. It's going to be a 3-book series. The first book was titled, the whole series, let me back up, y'all. The whole series is entitled Silently Hurt Inside, Hurt No More. Book 1 is called Finding Forgiveness. Book 2 is called Finding Hope. And book 3 will be Finding Love. Book number 2 will be releasing shortly, y'all. It will release between July the 31st and August the 7th, so be on the lookout for that. Y'all, you can go ahead and start pre-ordering your ebook as early as Friday. So if you want to start pre-ordering your e-copy, please make sure that you do that. It's going to be a link floating around on Friday. Support the things that we do, because you never know who may be hurting in silence, and they may need that poem or that word of encouragement to go to the next level, y'all, or to come out of whatever they're going through. So I definitely want to encourage you guys. And if you know someone that may be going through, or you just pick up the phone and call them, send them a letter, let them know that you care, that you see them, that you know that they may be going through. Y'all, don't continue to hurt in silence, and don't continue to allow those around you to hurt. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in on this morning. I tell you, if there's anything that has blessed you on this broadcast this morning, please share this in your circle of influence, because I'm telling you, you never know what the next person is going through and what will help them come out of what they're going through. So I thank you guys. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you for supporting. Y'all have a great day. Know that this day is going to be the best day of the rest of your life. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you step out there on faith and walk in it, if you believe it, you shall see it. it shall come to pass, y'all. So go out and impact this world on today. Because guess what? He woke you up this morning. He extended his grace and his mercy one more time to give you the opportunity to impact lives, to be that change, to be that change that you desire to see, y'all. Learn, love, lead by example. I love you guys. Be blessed. And guess what? Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. So share some love with somebody else on today, y'all. Y'all love on somebody today, okay? And it don't have to be a family member. It may be an angel that you're entertaining when you entertain that stranger. So love on somebody that you don't know today. Let somebody know that you care. When you walk past somebody and you see that they may be just sitting there, or they may be with their heads held down, say something to them, y'all, because you never know what they may be going through. That smile or that hello may be something that would encourage them. So I encourage you on today, y'all. Be that change that you desire to see in this world. I love y'all, and I pray that your day is blessed beyond what you can see in the natural. This is going to be the best week that you ever had. Now, trust and believe that, y'all. Now, go be great, because guess what? You are great. You have purpose. So go walk in purpose on purpose. I love y'all.
Oh,